Have you ever had your divorce lawyer leave their spouse for you during your divorce? Because mine did, and it turned my already messy divorce into an absolute circus. I hired Veronica Ashford because she had a reputation for being ruthless. The Terminator, they called her at the courthouse. She'd never lost a custody battle and had a gift for finding hidden assets. When my ex-wife Bethany decided to run off with her CrossFit instructor and empty our joint accounts, I needed someone who could fight dirty. Our first meeting was strictly business. Veronica sat across from me in her glass office, designer suit perfectly pressed, taking notes with a Mont Blanc pen that probably cost more than my car payment. "Tell me everything," she said, and I did. The affair, the money, how Bethany was now trying to claim I was an unfit father to our twins. For 3 months, we met weekly, sometimes twice weekly when Bethany's lawyer pulled new stunts. Veronica would text me at all hours with updates, strategy changes, requests for documents. I didn't think anything of it until she started adding personal observations. "Bethany's an idiot for leaving you," or "Any woman would be lucky to have such a devoted father." The first sign something was off came during a deposition prep session. We were at her office late, going over potential questions, when she suddenly said, "My husband hasn't asked me about my day in 5 years." I didn't know how to respond, so I just said, "That's rough." She laughed bitterly. "You text me asking if I've eaten dinner when we're working late. Garrett wouldn't notice if I didn't come home for a week." That's when I noticed the pillow and blanket tucked behind her office couch. "Are you sleeping here?" I asked. "Sometimes," she admitted. "Home isn't exactly welcoming lately." I should have seen it coming, but I was too focused on my own divorce to notice my lawyer's marriage was falling apart too. The breaking point came the night before our final court date. Veronica called me at midnight crying. In 6 months of working together, I'd never heard her anything less than perfectly composed. "I left him," she said. "I just packed a bag and left." "Garrett?" I asked stupidly, like she might have had multiple husbands I didn't know about. "I've been thinking about it for months," she continued, words tumbling out. "Ever since I started working on your case, seeing how hard you're fighting for your kids, how devastated you were by betrayal. Garrett and I haven't been real partners in years. We're just two people who share a mortgage." "Veronica, I don't think we should be having this conversation." "I know," she interrupted. "I know this is completely inappropriate. I'm your lawyer, you're going through a divorce, but tomorrow, after the hearing, you won't be my client anymore." The implication hung in the air like a loaded weapon. "What are you saying?" I asked, though I knew exactly what she was saying. "I'm saying that I've spent 6 months watching you be the kind of partner I wish I had. The way you still defended Bethany's parenting even though she cheated. How you insisted on fair division even though she tried to take everything. You're a good man, Keaton." I sat there in my apartment, phone pressed to my ear, listening to my divorce lawyer confess feelings for me while my kids slept in the next room. The same kids I was fighting to keep. "We can't do this," I said finally. "It could jeopardize everything. After tomorrow, I need to focus on being a dad, and you need to figure out your own divorce before jumping into anything else." She was quiet for a long moment. "You're right. God, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be the professional one here." The next morning in court, she was back to being the Terminator. You'd never know she'd been crying on my phone 8 hours earlier. She destroyed Bethany's lawyer, got me primary custody, and even managed to recover most of the money Bethany had taken. After the judge's ruling, Veronica shook my hand professionally. "Congratulations, Mr. Reeves. You're officially divorced." That was 3 months ago. Last week, I ran into her at a coffee shop. She was sitting alone, reading a paperback, no wedding ring on her finger. She looked up and smiled. Not her lawyer's smile, but something softer. "How are the kids?" she asked. "They're good. How's your divorce going?" "Final hearing next month." She hesitated. "I hired Jacobson from across town. Figured I needed my own Terminator." We both laughed at that. "Maybe when it's all over," I started, not sure how to finish. "Maybe," she agreed, then added, "I'm sorry about that night, calling you like that. It was completely inappropriate. You were having a rough time. Still, you were right to. Shut it down. We both needed to figure out our lives first." She gathered her things to leave, then turned back. "For what it's worth, you're still a good man, Keaton." I watched her walk out, wondering if maybe, in another few months, we could try having coffee together, when neither of us was anyone's client or anyone's spouse. Just two people who understood what it was like to watch love fall apart and still believe it might be worth trying again. My friends think I'm crazy for even considering it, but then again, they've never had their divorce lawyer leave their spouse for them during their divorce.